Very good morning, students. Welcome back to the virtual class. In today's class, we are continuing with the same unit, that is Unit 2, Theory of Equation. Okay, before moving to the chapter, I just want to clear you people one thing. You people have asked a question saying why second chapter, why not first? Okay, so here first chapter is quite difficult, and it is of more and more of practical. Okay, it will be better when we are dealing with offline classes. So that's why I have chosen unit 2, that is theory of equation. Theory of equation, most of you have learned this concept in your degree pu classes, and also in your 10th class. And this chapter is very easy compared to the first one, and you can understand the concept easily without any difficulties. You may get doubts here also, here and there, but it can be easily clarified. So that's why I have chosen the simple chapter for online class, that is unit 2, theory of equation. Okay, so first class we will start once we are running offline classes. Okay, hope that is clear for you people. Well, we'll move on to today's session. Okay, in the last class we have discussed up to degree of equations, right? So in today's class we are continuing with that. Okay, the next concept is polynomial equation. See, an expression of the form a1 x to the power n plus a2 x to the power n minus 1 plus a3 x to the power n minus 2 plus a4 x to the power n minus 3 plus uh, an is equal to 0, where a1 a2 a3 a4 up to an are constants. So here a value is constant and the value of x is a variable. Okay, that is called polynomial equation of degree n. So polynomial equation means it should be in the form of this. Okay, and here a values are constant and the value of x, that is, it is a variable. Okay, so that means it is an unknown variable. So we're going to find out the value for it. Okay, up to n term, degree of n, up to nth term. Okay, that is termed as a polynomial equation. Okay, next we have okay, next one is types of equation. So depending on the degree of equations can be classified, can be of the following types. Okay, the first one is linear equation, quadratic. Second one is quadratic equation. Under quadratic equations we have a sub classification, that is pure quadratic equation, a complete quadratic equation, cubic equation, and biquadratic equation. These are all the four equations under quadratic equations. Okay, majorly we have two different types under equation. One is linear equation and another one is quadratic equation. Under quadratic we have four types of equations. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one, okay, in detail, what is linear equation, what is quadratic, what is cubic, what is biquadratic, all this. Okay, so next one is as I told you, linear equation we are discussing. So linear equation means the equation of degree 1 are called linear equation. Okay, degree 1 in the sense here look at the example I have quoted. X is equal to 1, 2x plus y, 5y is equal to 8, 11x plus 9 is equal to 0. That means here the value of x is 1. That means there is no power root. Okay, only they have given x, right? If nothing has given in the power place, that means we are assuming here we have 1. So that's why the equation of the degree 1 are called linear equation. That means we can take up examples like only we have the value of x as 1. Okay, that is termed as linear equation. Next we have quadratic equation. The quadratic equation is quadratic equation. The equation of degree 2 are called quadratic equation, or the second degree equations are called quadratic equation. See, here we can also term quadratic equation as the equation of degree 2 or second degree equation. That means here the value of x will be in the form of squares, x to the power 2. Okay, that means x square. See, we have a different examples here. 2x square plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0, or 4x square minus 64 is equal to 0, etc. All these kinds of equations is termed as a quadratic equations. We have one more definition for this quadratic equation, that is the equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0 is called quadratic equation. Okay, so quadratic equation should be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this is also termed as a standard form of quadratic equation. Okay, this is you may get 2 marks question. State the standard form of quadratic equation. That time you have to write this: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So here the quadratic equation means the equation of degree 2 are called quadratic equation. Okay, next we have a type of quadratic equation. As I told you, we have a 4 different types under quadratic equation. Okay, so pure quadratic equation, the equation of the form ax plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0, is known as pure quadratic equation. That means it should be in the form of ax square plus c. See, normal quadratic equation standard form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So here under pure quadratic we are considering only the first and last. Okay, that is ax square plus c is equal to 0. Look at the example also. Here we have 2x square minus 32 is equal to 0. You have to find out the value of x. Okay, so pure quadratic equation should be in the form of ax square plus c. Okay, where a is not equal to 0. That means the value of a should not be equal to 0. It should be always in the numerical in the form of numbers, but not 0. Okay, so 2x square minus 32 is equal to 0. You can simplify this. I think you people know how to simplify it. In the next class I am going to explain, we'll deal with the practical part, where we will take up all varieties of sums under quadratic equations. Okay, the next type is complete quadratic equation. So the equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0, is called complete quadratic equation. So this is in the form of a standard form, but here a is not equal to 0 as well as b is also not equal to 0. That is called pure quadratic equation. We have quoted the example here. As per the standard format only, we have the example. So that is complete quadratic equation. The difference between complete and quadratic equation is, in quadratic equation only a is not equal to 0. Okay, but in complete quadratic equation both a and b should not be equal to 0. Okay, next we have a cubic equation. See, the equation of the degree 3 equation of the degree 3 are called cubic equation. In the name itself they have given cubic. That means the equation should contain cubes. Such equations are termed as a cubic equations. Okay, so example is here: 8x to the power 3 plus 2x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, or it may also x cube minus 27. If the equation contain the cubes, then it is termed as a cubic equation. Okay, very simple. Then biquadratic equation, the equation of degree 4 are called biquadratic equation. That is x to the power 4 5x cube minus 5 is equal to 0. So here the equation should contain the power as 4, then that is termed as biquadratic equation. Okay, so that means based on the degree of equation in the first before explaining types only, I have told the types is based on the degree of the equation. Based on the degree of equation, we are classifying the equations. Okay, so hope you have understood this. We'll take up the next one, that is root of equation. See, the value of unknown variable that will satisfy the equation is known as root of the equation. So that means here the value of the unknown variable has to satisfy the equation. Okay, that is termed as a root of equation. So here, for example, if we are taking x minus 5 is equal to 0, if we are moving the minus 5 to the RHS, you will get x is equal to plus 5. Plus 5 means 5 is the root of the equation. This is the, okay, 5 is the root of the equation. Okay, that is termed as root of equation. Okay, the value of unknown variable will be satisfying the equation. Okay, next we have a few notes with respect to the equations. The first note is every polynomial equation of degree more than or equal to 1 has at least one root. Okay, that means, see here, polynomial equation of degree 1 means we don't have any power root for x. Okay, so what they are saying is every polynomial equation of degree more than or equal to 1 has at least one root. Okay, if it is equal to 1 also, it should have a root of 1, right? So that is, every polynomial equation should have a at least one root. Then nth degree polynomial equation will not have more than n roots. Okay, that means up to n only, not more than that. This linear equation will have one root only. So quadratic equation will generally have two roots and sometimes only one root. Okay, linear equations, obviously it has only one root, and quadratic equation is having two roots. Okay, then we have a next concept, that is solution to the equation. See, the process of finding the root of a given equation is called solution to the equations. Okay, that means the process of finding the value of unknown variable is known as solution to the equation. Say for example, if we are considering 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So here what we have to do is we have to find the value of x, right? So finding the value of unknown variable is known as solution to the equation. So if we are finding the value of x, that is termed as solution to equation. That means we are finding value for this unknown variable. Okay, with respect to solution to linear equation, we have a few important things. Okay, focus on this. This will help you people to deal with the practical part. Okay, the first one is every equation contain equal signs. Okay, every quadratic equation, every linear equation should contain a equal sign. Therefore every equations contain two sides. Okay, so one is LHS and another one is RHS. Your right hand side will be of RHS and the left hand will be of LHS. And what our duty, we have to prove both LHS is equal to RHS sometimes. Okay, then the expression, the second one is the expression of the equations can be transferred from one side to another side by changing the sign of expression. That means uh, if we have like say for example 2x square minus 10 is equal to 0. If we are shifting the value of 10 to the RHS, we are changing the sign. That means it will become 2x square is equal to 10. That means plus minus 10 will become plus 10. That is what they have explained in point 2. That is, the expression of the equations can be transferred from one side to another side by changing the sign of expression. We're going to change the sign. Okay, that's why that process is termed as a transposition. Okay, the process of changing the sign, okay, while shifting the uh, equations, okay, from one side to another side, that is termed as a transposition. Okay, Then the third point is the expressions 2x, 5x square, xy, etc. are considered as one term. Okay, all this is considered as one term. Okay, where 2x plus 5y square, here 2x and 5y square are different terms related by plus sign. That means if you are finding any plus sign, okay, that time the two things will be considered as different terms. Okay, similarly the expression given in a parenthesis like 2x square plus 7 are one unit. That means if any equation is covered with the brackets, that is all this entire thing will be considered as one unit. Okay, if such numbers are given along with other expressions, okay, then we have to remove the parenthesis. That means we have to remove the brackets. Okay, um, for simplification, that means if we are simplifying the equation, obviously we have to remove all the brackets which has given in the sum, right? First, by method of inside out. Okay, that is, the bracket should be multiplied by the number or sign attached to it. Say for example 2x 5 5x plus 10. If this is the case, here this is one term and this is another one. To make this as a single unit, what we are doing is we are multiplying 2x with the numbers within the bracket. Okay, that time it will become 2 into 2 10, x into x is x square, plus 2 into 10 is 20, x as it is you are writing. So that time we are making this two different set into one single term. Okay, so these are all the important things with respect to linear equations. So what you have to keep in mind is uh, the second point is very important, that is transposition. That means while changing the place of uh, the equations, while we are transferred from one side to another side, we are changing the sign. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. Usually people will make mistakes while at the time of shifting the equations. Okay, you may forget to change the sign. Okay, and also while multiplying with the numbers within the brackets. Okay, if it is plus, what you have to do, and if it is of numbers, how you have to simplify the equation. In that case you may do some mistakes. Okay, some minor mistakes. If you are correcting that, that is okay to solve all linear equations, and it will be simple. This is the only logic with respect to unit 2. If you can able to understand these three important notes, then the rest of the things you can solve it easily. This is all with respect to the today's session. Okay, hope you can able to understand the concept what we have discussed today. Okay, due to some technical error, I am posting the recorded video to you. Okay, kindly adjust for the day. Okay, along with this video I'll going to share one more link. Okay, that contain your assignment part. Kindly fill the questions which were given in that link. Okay, that is based on the concept what we have discussed today. Okay, try to answer all the questions, and your assignments will be considered for marking the attendance. Okay, I'm not sending any links for writing your attendance. Okay, your attendance will be count based on the submission of your assignments. Okay, um, thank you for watching a video. If you have any doubts, you can text me. I'll going to clarify your doubts. Okay, this week I'll mm, do both the sessions in recorded videos only. Okay, from next week's we will start with the Zoom classes as usual. Okay, only this week you have to adjust. Okay, thank you, have a great day.